Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of 4th and 62. My name is John Friedman. I'm here with the coach, Bob Pariseau, and from his palatial estate in somewhere in Rhode Island, his cousin Stephen. Hey, Stephen, how you doing?
Greetings, everybody. How's everybody?
Everybody's good.
Never better.
So this is the first time that we've gotten together that is not a major, like, earth-shattering, live at 5 story. So we're just going to talk about some
Wait a minute. I'm sorry to correct you, John, but you are wrong.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be the first time.
Yep.
Go right ahead.
It is. I just heard that Sophie Jerskowicz is back with Nesson.
Okay.
So that's major news.
All right, well, that is major news, but if you're going to say her name, her last name is Jerskowicz.
Jerskowicz, thanks, John.
Yeah. So I might be wrong, but at least I pronounce her name right.
You know, I
Okay,
thought,
good.
I thought Joey Bosa
thanks.
getting cut was a big
That's
deal.
what I thought he was going to
You
say.
can't beat the Sophie story.
No, of course not. And does anyone know why Sophia Jerskowicz missed all that time?
Nobody but probably Nesson and she know.
Sophia, correct. I have no idea.
Right?
Oh,
Kept it
welcome
very
back.
quiet.
But she's a cute kid, and I wish her well, and I hope she does okay for the last
Does a great job.
for the last 20 games of this sad Bruins season. Okay, and that's all we're going to mention the Bruins for today's show. The trade deadline is tomorrow, right? 3 o'clock tomorrow,
Yes.
and nobody cares. So, do you care, Stephen? I know you're an avid Bruins watcher.
Yes, I do. I want to see, will they trade Brad Marchand and sort of like a lend-lease deal, just rent him out for the end of the year and sign him back? I kind of hope they can pull that one off. I'm hoping they trade a bunch of players on the team for future, and it's over. Let's retool.
Right, but they probably would have done that by now. But after he went head first into the boards, who knows how he's going to come back? And you want him to go to a new team that's contending, or they want a contender. They want the old Brad Marchand as much as he could. But now he's still hearing birds.
That picture was in the paper again of him sitting on the bench after that hit. What team was that? I don't even remember what team it was.
Toronto?
Yeah, Toronto. And he was sitting on the bench, and he looked like he didn't know where he was. He didn't know what was going on. The trainer's talking to him, and he just had this blank, horrible stare in his face, totally unlike Brad Marchand.
Right, kind of scary. Yeah.
So I hope for the Bruins' sake, if they do move him, it's not for like a third-round draft pick and a bag of pucks. I hope for something decent, and then they sign him back up so he can finish his career as a Bruin.
Nothing less than a number one choice, in my opinion.
But wait a minute. If you're an opposing GM and you think he can help you,
They're not going to watch the show.
No, on the third line. But you never know.
Oh, there's
You never know.
getting
Come
out.
on.
That
We're very popular.
Would you make a trade for an older player? Granted, he still can go, half a game anyhow, full go. That really is hurt badly.
No. The answer to that is no.
So if they got a third round and a bag of pucks, that's probably the best they could hope for.
Probably true. Probably. Can you imagine if we roll this tape back 10, 12 years ago? I'd say something about this show 10, 12 years ago, but I won't. That we're talking about Brad Marchand, like, finishing his career with the Bruins. Like 10, 12 years ago, he licked guys' faces and he kissed people and he pulled all kinds of slew foot all over the place. Yep. And he turned into a pretty damn good hockey player.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and arguably the kind of the leader of the Bruins.
Yeah, little ball of hate.
And one of the most hated guys in the league.
Yes.
Right, because he didn't play for you.
Right.
If he played for you,
You would have loved him.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
all right. Have we exhausted our Bruins talk for the day?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, Stephen.
I'm gonna say one more thing. So the Bruins
Please
are
do.
bringing up a whole bunch of AHL players tonight to play, and I think they're showcasing them. So other teams will pick the one they want, and the Bruins will work a trade, and throw in one of the AHL players. That's just my opinion. Otherwise, what are they doing?
I mean, did they have any names? They brought the one name. They brought him up.
Herkulov, right?
Yeah, they brought him up.
Yeah, but he's
with the
back
big
down.
Club.
Oh, they sent him back down?
I think so.
Really?
Well, Providence needs some guys to play, I guess.
Right.
I mean, they're not going to showcase him, are they? They like him.
Yeah, they like him, but they need to trade and get draft choices, and so they have to make an assessment on these guys also.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay,
Mr. John.
all right. So okay, we've exhausted the Patriots talk. What do we want to talk about?
Sox.
Talk about the Red Sox? Okay, as Bob is modeling his Red Sox uniform today between his hat and his shirt.
Yeah. Bob's store, 40 years ago.
Bob's store.
Bob, if we put a stamp on you, we can throw you in a mailbox, send you somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you think someone would steal them?
He's like
From the
wearing
mailbox?
postcards all over his shirt.
Okay.
You're going to have to pay extra postage.
So I'm not going there. The only, Garrett Crochet threw, according to the Red Sox radar gun, 125 miles an hour.
yeah.
So
They puffed that up at Fort Myers.
yeah, I think just a little bit. Yeah, he really only threw 115.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously, he's had a great spring. He's exactly what the Red Sox needed. Walker Buehler had a great first start. 2 innings, nothing, couple of strikeouts. And he looked like he's ready to go. The kid, what was the kid's name? Priester won the other day, and he's not even supposed to be in the opening day rotation. Obviously, they're looking at Bayo, and they're looking at Cutter Crawford, who was injured last year. I couldn't tell. But, I don't know. It's nice to have the Red Sox, at least at the beginning, at spring training, and nice to have them be somewhat relevant.
True. No,
I'm excited. Absolutely.
there's another kid whose name escapes me, and that happens to me way too often in my advanced age. But he came up from Worcester last year.
Guerrero? Luis Guerrero, the relief pitcher?
No. I'm talking about the second baseman.
Grissom?
No. Starts with an N, I believe. Anyhow, he
Nick Sogard.
that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So anyhow, he's shown a lot of promise.
Yep.
He should be some competition in second base.
And David Hamilton has played
can
really well.
run like a deer.
And supposedly he added some muscle to his frame.
Yep.
And he hit a couple of homers last year. I think Christian Campbell's going to end up the season back in Worcester.
Maybe.
Which
He's only 1 for 17 right now, so
is that what it is?
spring training. Yeah.
I knew he had one hit. I didn't
One
know.
hit.
I know he went 0 for 10, and then he got his first hit.
He's got a nice smile. I can tell you that.
He's got a nice smile. Well, that's
Yeah,
good. He'll
after he
be
got his
great.
hit, he had a big smile.
He'll be great in the pictures.
Yeah.
That'll be perfect.
No, you were talking about Garrett. He's having a blazing start. 3 games, spring training games, granted.
Yep.
6 1/3, scoreless innings, 14 Ks.
Wow.
His last against the Rays yesterday, 3 innings, 7 Ks, 2 hits, 1 base on balls,
And every
0
time-
runs.
And the more he
How many
pitches,
years? How many years does he sign for?
Well, they're looking
just
for an
the end of
extension.
this one.
Yeah.
He wants an extension and more money.
Give it to
So
him.
Yeah.
they're going to bring back Chaim Bloom and trade Crochet to the Dodgers for
They're
for
killing
Bag
me.
of balls.
Tommy Davis,
Yeah.
who's like 80 years old.
Yeah.
No, I read an article when I doing my 10 minutes of prep before the show. When he got traded from the White Sox, he told them, "Okay, trade me, whatever, but I'd really like to go to a team that would talk contract extension." Because he wanted a contract extension with the White Sox,
Chicago,
and they told him to stuff it.
He said no.
Right?
Hey, they didn't trade all of that stuff to get him for just 1 year.
No,
They
I don't
have
think
to
so.
No,
extend him.
no. And the guy that scares me out of all that, remember I said it here first, isn't Kyle Teal, it's Braden Montgomery. He's the kid that I wish they didn't include, but they did. And from what I read the last couple of days, when the Red Sox put his name in, that's when the whole thing changed.
Ah,
That's when
yeah,
Crochet became available.
yeah. Now,
So
cousin Steve,
Yes, sir.
he's been in the league 5 years, right?
Crochet.
Crochet.
Is this a oh,
And
okay,
he's been injured every year. Now, granted, he started out as a reliever, but he's never pitched a full season as a starter. Sounds like somebody we traded to Atlanta or let go to Atlanta. However, he could be the White Sox Chris Sale. He could come here. All of a sudden, he's gangbusters. Let's hope.
I hope so.
Fingers crossed.
I hope so. So
It'd be nice if he lasted the season without getting injured. If anybody would last without getting injured, would be nice.
well,
right?
That would be really good.
before we came on, Bob was reading through his injury report, which has Tommy John on it. It had a back injury. It had a shoulder injury or something.
A flexor strain. Now, cousin Steve, you're the baseball guy. What's a
Yeah.
flexor strain?
Is that elbow?
I couldn't tell. I have no clue. I'm not a doctor. I just play baseball at home.
You just play one on television?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I think the other thing we got to talk about with the Red Sox.
You have a Google machine in there? We could Google it and look it up.
Okay, I'll take care of that. Go ahead.
Bob's got his laptop out, but Bob mentioned, and well, this sound.
Hip flexor.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
It's a hip.
Oh, Oz just spoke. to
You
us.
couldn't hear that at home, but that was Oz chiming in. Thank you, Oz. There you go.
So, but the thing I want to mention that Bob mentioned earlier to me was sucking his thumb in the Red Sox dugout is Rafael Devers,
Yep.
who the Red Sox brought in Big Papi to talk to Devers about being the DH, and Big Papi obviously made a great career out of being a DH, and when he had to play the field, which I think, Stephen, you and I talked about this last time, he was lights out at first base. He threw the ball well, he fielded the ball well, but he was a DH. So I don't know, leave it to the Red Sox, and I said this last time we were here, to get a Gold Glove third baseman and not play him at third base.
You have to play him at third.
Yeah, no, this is the only place for him to play.
And if Yoshida can come back,
Yeah,
all reports, Poppy's worked with him a little bit on his swing.
he's hitting the ball better,
hitting
his
the ball
shoulders
well.
are better.
Right.
Yep.
But where's he going to play?
Well,
DH.
that's the question.
And then,
Devers is the DH.
I beg your pardon?
Devers is the DH.
Well, not yet. He's still on the bench.
He's still hurt. He's still injured.
His inflammation, that was the whole dodge when he got hurt, his shoulder hurt, that he had inflammation, no structural damage, rest on the off season. Okay, so he probably did.
I want to play this for Rafael Devers. Well, they might have
They
heard.
heard it up there.
They heard it on television.
Yeah, I don't know what the national drink is in the Dominican, but maybe he hurt his shoulder, doing 16-ounce curls.
I think it was Pedro under the mango tree.
Right. I mean, because he came back a little chunky, right? And now all of a sudden he's not going to be ready to play.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
He's sucking his thumb.
Yeah.
No,
For $31 million a year,
right,
sucking his thumb.
right.
Whatever.
By the way, not to discredit Oz, he's correct as a hip flexor, but a flexor strain is a injury to the muscles and tendons that bend, flex the elbow or knee.
Okay.
So probably elbow for the pitcher. Okay.
It doesn't matter. The kid's been lights out so far. Let's just hope he can continue.
Right.
As far as Devers goes, you know what? We got Bregman, who's a gamer, supposedly like Dustin Pedroia was, same type of player, get dirty, win at all costs.
And he's fitting in. He's fitting in with the team.
Yep.
Especially the young guys.
Yep.
He went on that 2-hour bus ride.
Yeah,
right.
the young guys challenged him,
And off he went.
and he jumped on a bus and drove or rode an hour and a half.
Well, he may have driven the bus. Who knows?
Yeah, he probably did. Threw the bus driver.
He did
out.
go over, but we won't talk
all
about that.
Yeah, but they didn't talk about that either.
I don't know, Stephen. What do you think? You think Cora should strong arm Devers and say, "Look, for the good of the team, you're going to DH."
It's almost inevitable, in my opinion, he ends up as DH, and if he's not happy about it, well, he's just going to have to learn to live with it and figure it out. I mean, the team is better with him at DH and Bregman at third. That's obvious. So, if they have to put Bregman at second to, appease Devers, then maybe they'll do that. I don't know, but it doesn't make them a better team.
No, it does. It definitely doesn't, and I think Bregman should be a third. I mean, I think we all agree.
Oh, without a doubt, he's the Gold Glover,
Gold Glover,
right, and an All-Star. But
one of the other problems is that Devers is long term and Bregman is really year to year at this.
Good point.
True.
That's a great point.
You gotta figure out something. I don't know how. Like you said, John. Let Big Papi take him out for an ice cream cone and make him feel better and go play baseball.
Yeah, those buyouts. I mean, those opt-outs every year.
He got all that money because of his bat, not because of his glove.
True. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And his bat is unbelievable.
And his bat is great.
That's the sad part of this whole thing.
Yep.
It's too bad. Of all people, he doesn't see this. At least what's reported in the paper, what we read every day, it sure as hell doesn't seem like he can see this.
No.
I mean, I tell you the truth. I feel for the guy. I mean, he wants to play baseball. He wants to play third. That's part of the deal. And he's worked hard to get better. And he I guess has reached his limit, and which is certainly not better than Bregman. And so I do feel for him, that he's not going to get to play, but 31 million or whatever it is, suck it up.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Especially at that, and it's 31 million for 10 years. So it's
10 years, yeah.
It's crazy. But what are we going to do? Yeah, I know. Okay. So we're going to move along now. We talked a little bit about the Red Sox. Might as well talk about the Patriots. This is March 6th. March 10th starts free agency. And as Bob already told us, Joey Bosa got cut today. Wonder if the Pats will be interested in him. Or as Mama Bosa said, maybe he'll play in San Francisco with big brother or little brother Nick,
Yep.
which would make the 49ers, that defense would be, oh my gosh.
The other thing with Joey, though, I can't remember if he's played a full season except for
Oh,
the
he's
first
been
year out
hurt.
of Ohio
Elbow.
State.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nicky's been hurt too. I mean,
Yep.
their style of play is all out,
Yep.
take no prisoners.
Yep.
So anyhow,
Well, personally, I'd rather see the Patriots and Steven as the lone season ticket holder on the panel here. I would rather see the Patriots get DK Metcalf. That's what I would
Agreed.
rather see.
100% agree.
Okay.
Yep.
okay, now let me put this out to you guys.
Uh-oh.
Is Metcalf
That was the voice of doom.
worth a first and third pick? And is he worth, because the Patriots' first pick in the first round is 4.
Yep.
That's pretty high.
Yep.
Okay. Now he's also looking for a $30 million contract per year.
So that's why he's not worth like a number one, not even close, because you still got to pay the guy.
Right.
So it's not, so, no, he's not worth the first round choice. No.
I personally don't think they'd get a number 1 plus for DK Metcalf. I think a 2 or 3 or a 2 and 4 or something like that. I don't think they'd get a number 1 draft pick, even if it's in the from 20 to 32. I don't think.
Like I said a few shows ago, maybe last show, like the Patriots always make bad choices with their number 2 pick.
Yep.
So it's really addition by subtraction. Trade the number 2 so that you won't screw that up again this year and get Metcalf. That would be. I'd like that.
So that would be like drafting Metcalf number in the second round.
Right, and then pay him all the money he wants. Absolutely.
Ooh, I don't know. They've only got 125 mil plus.
Yeah, you're right.
But don't forget, if you're going to get a quality left tackle, you're going to pay that, maybe more.
Like Ronnie Stanley.
The big boys are cashing in their chips now.
Yeah.
And then
I think they all are.
Right, they all are. Just
they
make
all
sure you get the right player, please.
yeah.
Well, so we talked about the Bruins too much. We talked about the Red Sox, talked about the Patriots. Let's finish up the last couple of minutes we have here, talk about the Celtics. And one of the things that I put on my notes, can the Celtics beat the Cavaliers in a 7-game series?
Yes.
You think yes?
Yes.
Stephen?
I think they should play it, and then we'll decide. That's all I think.
We can be
Good non-answer.
We could be 100% correct at that point.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if they can, because they don't have anyone that can guard Donovan Mitchell. They don't have anyone that can guard Darius Garland. Evan Mobley, the center. Ooh, that kid's tough. He's good.
However, the Celtics are touted by the talking heads, and I hate to say it, maybe some guys that know a little bit more than we do, but I don't think so. But they're touted as a complete team. They're touted as having good defense.
Yep.
They can obviously fill up the hoop.
Yep.
Now it all depends on who comes to play. My guy, Mr. Tatum, I think when he comes to play,
There's nobody better.
the whole game,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Now he can do it all. So can Brown. Okay, and then Pritchard and
Derek.
White.
White.
I mean, they had a record for threes made last night.
I know.
They were the highlights was boom, boom, boom.
But that was against Portland Trailblazers, not against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's the part that worries me. The Cavs are freaking good.
Yeah.
Cavs are good. Yeah.
So are the Celtics.
Yeah. No, hey, listen, I'd love to see number 19 go up to the Banners. Nothing would make me happier.
Yeah.
So,
Porzingis stays healthy.
yeah, I know. And that's a big
Right, he's
if.
key also. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can tell by the clock on the wall that,
And the playoff music is coming.
well, I don't know.
Okay.
You might not hear it today.
Yeah.
But for Cousin Stephen And for
We have to say goodbye?
Yeah, isn't that fast?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we only get a half hour. So for Cousin Stephen and Coach Bob, I'd like to thank Pete Padula for subbing for the absent Peter Dews. We wish Peter Dews well, and we'll see him soon, and we'll see you soon on the next 4th and 62.
Another one in the book number 18, big guy.
My God, who would
Bye,
have?
everybody.